like that. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the June 23rd, 2025 Board of Aldermen meeting. I now call the meeting to order. I'd ask everyone to please stand and rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I would ask the city clerk to call roll for attendance.
Alderman Gerber.
Here.
Alderman Harder.
Here.
Alderman Hughes. Here. Alderman Kinsella.
Here.
Alderman Murphy.
Present.
Alderman Schwer.
Here.
And Alderman Steinmuller.
Here.
I have Alderman Sawyer as absent. Mary is presiding, and we do have a quorum.
Thank you very much. We obviously had a meeting on June 9th, and I'm sure you all had a chance to read the minutes. I seek a motion and second to approve.
Second.
Any discussion or amendment about those minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Carried unanimously. Yes. Ms. McNamara, have any citizens asked to speak?
No, sir.
Thank you. We have a couple of public hearings. I'll read this first one. It's a public hearing to review a request by Steve Gately of Gately Gates on behalf of Jeff Taylor, owner, for approval of a conditional use permit for an accessory structure, a driveway gate located at 11929 Clayton Road in the suburban estate zoning district. I now declare the public hearing open and would ask the city clerk to enter exhibits.
Exhibit number 1 is affidavit of publication of notice of hearing, published in the St. Louis County on June 6, 2025. Exhibit number 2 is typewritten notice of hearing, posted at the municipal center, on the city's website, sent via Notify Me, posted on the subject property, and mailed to property owners within 300 feet of that property with a list of those owners attached. And exhibit number 3 is bill number 2530.
Thank you very much. I would invite Mr. Gately, who is the owner's representative, to the podium to answer any questions.
I'm the owner.
Oh, if you would come up, Mr. Taylor, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. And just state, well, we know your address, obviously, here. And I would just open it to the board members if they have any questions for Mr. Taylor. Alderman Kinsella.
Yes, Mr. Taylor, just out of curiosity, I know when Mr. Gately presented the case at the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, he described that the gate needed to be moved. Has that work already been done?
No, we haven't got the approval.
Okay, so he's still, the gate's there though, correct?
Yes.
It's already in place, but he needs to move it some 3 feet?
Yes.
Okay. Needs to be done.
Okay. Are there any members of the public that wish to comment? Hearing none, I now declare the public hearing closed. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Next is a public hearing to review a request by Adam Tilfer, owner, for approval of a conditional use permit for outside dining at Session Taco located at 1000 Wismo Plaza in the commercial zoning district. I now declare the public hearing open. I would ask the city clerk to enter exhibits.
Exhibit number 1 is affidavit of publication of notice of hearing, published in the St. Louis County on June 6, 2025. Exhibit number 2 is typewritten notice of hearing, posted at the municipal center, on the city's website, sent via Notify Me, posted on the subject property, and mailed to property owners within 300 feet of subject property with a list of those property owners attached. And exhibit number 3 is bill number 2531.
Invite Mr. Tilford to the podium to answer any questions. I'll say your seafood tacos are really good. All right, but I will open it up to the board for any questions that you might have. Alderman Murphy.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Tilfer, one question I had was, in the designs, I'm not seeing any pergola or any protection from sun or anything like that.
Yeah, we'll have umbrellas. Apparently there's some restrictions, with Chinooks that you can't have things that are built up that might block their signs.
Got it. Understood.
I just play it within the rules.
You gotta know where your Chinook is. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the initial design actually had one. It was pretty cool.
Are there any members of the public that wish to comment? I would now declare this public hearing closed also. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, do I need the sticker under?
You're not.
We do.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, good night.
A couple of appointments. First is for planning and zoning. I now seek approval for the appointment of Mike Berry to the Planning and Zoning Commission, and Mr. Berry is present as required by code. Is there a motion to approve in a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Mayor, if I could just note for the record, Mr. Berry attended, audited, I'll say, a P&Z commission meeting
Right.
before filling out the application. So just a kudos to him for doing that, taking that extra time. We'll note that for the record.
Absolutely, absolutely. All in favor of approving this, say aye. Thank you for being willing to serve, Mr. Berry.
Happy to do it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we have another for Ways and Means. I now seek approval for the appointment of Sue Allen to the Ways and Means Commission. I would comment, if I remember correctly, Mr. Sawyer, Alderman Sawyer, who has been on that, who's now chairman of it, has been on it for a long period of time. When I was away saying he wouldn't be here, but he heartily endorses having Ms. Allen on that commission. So I seek a motion and a second to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I recognize the board's opportunity to provide reports. Alderman Norder.
I just wanted to announce the PFE Commission will be meeting on Tuesday, July 15th at 4:30 in the community room.
Okay,
So,
thank you. Alderman Hughes.
Thank you, Mayor. The next meeting of the Architecture Review Board for the city is Monday, July 7th at 5:30 here at the Municipal Center. And as I say every time, all are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alderman Murphy.
Thank you, Chair. Parks and Trails Commission have a few items to share. One is thanks to the staff for setting up the concert last Friday. It was a very warm day, a little bit of a demanding day for lugging stuff and setting up staging and lighting and all that kind of good stuff. They did a tremendous job. The concert was a success. Special kudos to the people of Town and Country who found the most shaded areas in Town Square Park and camped out there. The next concert will be July 25th, 7 till 9. The band will be the Funky Butt Brass Band, one of our favorites. Special thanks to our sponsors, People National Bank and T-Mobile, for their support. And last item is that we did have a tree fall on the path at Longview Farm. That tree has been removed, and the bridge repairs will be happening pretty soon. So,
Thank you. It was a great concert, great band. I was in the sun, there's enough of a breeze, it still was quite pleasant. I think everybody had a wonderful time. And that was a big tree. I went down and looked at that.
Yeah.
Wow, that was big.
substantial.
All right, I don't think the city has no report.
No, sir.
Fine, great. Moving on to unfinished business. Bill number 25-28, sponsored by Alderman Kinsella and Harder. Without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2528 is an ordinance approving the 11th amended final site development plan for Lamp and Lantern Village Shopping Center located at 388 Lamp and Lantern Village and authorizing certification of the plan.
Thank you. I seek a motion and a second to approve.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? I would ask the city clerk for a roll call vote.
Alderman Kinsella,
Yes.
Alderman Steinhebel,
Yes.
Alderman Harder,
Aye.
Alderman Murphy,
Yes.
Alderman Hughes,
Aye.
Alderman Gerber,
Aye.
and Alderman Schwer.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4700.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next.
Sure.
Bill number 25-29, sponsored by the board as a whole, without objection, will the city clerk read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 2529 is an ordinance approving a purchase order with Compass Minerals for the purchase of bulk de-icing salt and amending the 2025 budget by increasing a road fund expenditure account to cover the purchase and additional snow removal services and transferring appropriations to cover the increase.
Thank you. I seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Alderman Kinsella.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to point out that the price increase per ton was only 3.9% for this particular salt. So that seems like a reasonable increase in cost year over year. And just wanted to make a note that it seemed like a reasonable charge from the company.
Thank you. Alderman Murphy.
Thank you, Chair. I know we shared some communications earlier. I just wanted to confirm that participation in the cooperative purchasing program, do we have to pay a fee for that? Or is-
We do not, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
I'd ask the city clerk for a roll call vote.
Thank you.
Alderman Murphy,
Aye.
Alderman Schwer,
Aye.
Alderman Hughes,
Aye.
Alderman Gerber,
Aye.
Alderman Kinsella,
Aye.
Alderman Steinhebel,
Aye.
and Alderman Harder.
Aye.
The bill passes unanimously and becomes ordinance number 4701.
Thank you. Moving on to new business, bill number 25-30, sponsored, I believe, by Alderman Hughes and Schwer. Without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the first time?
Bill number 2530 is an ordinance approving a conditional use and authorizing a conditional use permit for an accessory structure, a driveway gate located at 11929 Clayton Road in the city of Town and Country.
Thank you. This bill, number 2530, is continued to the meeting on Monday, July 14th, 2025, for the second reading consideration. Next is bill number 25-31, sponsored by Alderman Kinsella and Harder. Without objection, will the city clerk read the bill for the first time?
Bill number 2531 is an ordinance approving a conditional use and authorizing a conditional use permit for outside dining for Session Taco located at 1000 Woods Mill Plaza in the city of Town and Country.
Thank you. Bill number 25-31 is continued to the meeting on Monday, July 14th, 2025, for the second reading and consideration. Next, we have an agenda item, approval of liquor licenses. As approved, as provided on the distributed list with appropriate contingencies noted. For the record, no license will be issued until contingencies have been satisfied, and a copy of the authorized list will be attached to the minutes of tonight's meeting. I seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second. Thank you. Alderman Gerber.
I have a question, I'm not sure who should answer it, but, so last year we had somebody go 6 months or so before they completed the requirements, and yet, as I understand, they were serving alcohol the whole time. What are we gonna do this year about that?
So how we have it this year is every single licensee has submitted at this point. Last year, that particular business hadn't even submitted. They've paid a late fee, they're absolutely on the way to getting compliant. If they're not compliant, they'll be told they can no longer serve. In the past, that business has also received an injunction from St. Louis County courts to have more time to get compliant. But if the city attorney can correct me, but we would go into either a revocation hearing or, see what options we have going forward that after their license lapsed on July 1.
Right, if it has been issued, there is a revocation process. If it has not been issued and they continue to serve, municipal court violations could be sent, or it could be a civil case for an injunction if it's important enough to stop.
Robert, could I ask you a question on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If this is a situation where they've done everything except pay their taxes, which is a state tax, correct?
Yes.
Is it, What I guess I'm trying to say is it really in the city's purview to make sure they pay state taxes?
Well, it's a precondition to issuing the city's permit.
Okay,
So if they haven't paid the state taxes, they don't get tax clearance and they can't be issued a license.
okay.
I will say for the record too, there's only one business in that vote. The other ones are really about their inspections with West County Fire and compliance with the e-gaming.
So the only one in the vote is Cleveland Cocktail. Okay, great.
So we're in much better shape than we've ever been, thanks to
Yeah.
Ms. Jadali and her team for getting those together, and Morgan with business licenses as well.
Good work. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
I did have one more question.
sure.
So we need a background by the city's police department. So that means it's in our court now to finish that background check, or does it mean we've done it, but they just haven't turned in the paperwork?
That means that those individual licensees turned in the minimum paperwork to get that going, but our lead detective that does those was on vacation all last week, so it's now the top of his list for this week, knowing that we can't issue it on July 1 unless that gets done.
Okay.
So I anticipate we'll have a good update on that one tomorrow, that those are all done.
All right.
Thank you. Good talk. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Carried unanimously. Thank you. Next, resolution number R08-2025, a resolution authorizing the city administrator to provide termination notice on the agreement between Central County E911 and the city of Town and Country. Seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second. Thank you. Any discussion on that? Alderman Kinsella.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to point out that I'd like to offer kudos to the city staff for having arranged for this particular adjustment. If we pay the West County EMS for the dispatching services, then we are now adhering to their regular price increase schedule, which is limited to 3.5% per year. The city would have been subject to a 3.7% price increase per year for same. So having switched it where we pay them to pay the bill, we save roughly $10,000 per year. So it was a good idea to do it this way, and anyway, my hat's off to those who made the arrangements.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The warrant list is $1,187,978.05. I seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion on the warrant list? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I do not have any other business I want to bring up. Actually, I have one. It'll just take a second or two. You know, I walk around, I think this will be uniquely unpopular. But when I walk around Longview Park, and our fence, part of it is plastic, you know, that goes around it. And there are parts of it that look great, and parts of it look kind of moldy. I wonder, on a day that's not really hot, that the board of aldermen could, with some buckets and bleach, maybe try to make some of that fence look a little better. We probably cannot do the whole thing, but just gonna throw that out there as a sort of a day of service from the board.
Just say power washing would be a better idea.
Well, and
That's why we give the water and the power to the power washer.
Well, power is gasoline.
well, you think on those things, and I will bring it up again in the near future, when the weather's gotten a little milder, which is a lot.
No, I agree. The fence looks like it needs cleaning.
It is, and it's amazing what you can do with some bleach.
Yeah.
I open up to see if any other topics the alderman would like to bring up. Not hearing that, I would seek a motion and second to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I did talk to Ann about that fence.